Hello, welcome on the spot. I'm here today with Kate Newby, who is from Chicago, real estate agent. We met through Clubhouse back in the day during the pandemic. And what are you up to these days? Want to give a brief intro? What are you up to and stuff?
Hey,
Nice to see you again,
Steven.
Katie. Yeah.
Yeah, so Kate Newby, Hat and Heels Realtor from Chicago, just living the dream, selling real estate, husband wife team. We're growing our team, we're adding agents. We hired a full time director of operations, we have an assistant. We have people in real estate school right now, baby agents trying to become realtors. So we're having a lot of fun staying hyper local in the city and suburbs and just loving it.
Nice. So you ready for on the spot?
Let's go on the
Okay,
spot.
let's go. All right. What are your thoughts on the real estate market? I know in Chicago, different than me in California. What are you seeing, and how's it out there where you're at?
Yeah, so the city and the suburb market, two totally different markets in the city than the suburbs. So Chicago City, we're seeing a lot of people flocking to the suburbs. Those city folks call it the outskirts, but we in the suburbs call it the burbs. And so a
Mm,
lot of the inventory is really low right now in the burbs because people are buying it up quickly. And then a lot of the inventory is higher in the city. The only thing in the city that's still selling like hotcakes that we can't keep on the market is multi-unit. So investors are scooping up properties left and right because Chicago has one of the highest rental markets in the US right now.
gotcha. Great. Good details. So you see more buyers, sellers. What do you see as far as your market out there? Is it more of a
Yeah,
buyer's side or seller?
so a lot of buyers and just trying to find them properties. So we're playing matchmaker, we're trying to procure off-market properties for them. We're trying to use social media to sell and get
Mm,
people, off the fence who are thinking about selling, but then they're, in that limbo catch 22 of I'd sell, but I have nowhere to go. So we're just trying to solve the inventory problem one house at a time.
nice, nice. You want to share a struggle you went through or a quote that you live by that you want to share to the people that
Yeah.
are viewing?
Yeah, I think a big struggle is just finding out who you are as a realtor. Like you have all these people you look up to. Oh, I could do business like this person. I could go do business like this person. And I think just finding out how you want to do business was the hardest thing because I had so many mentors and all of my mentors operated completely differently. One of them had that hustle, like hustle culture, go, 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 no breaks in your schedule, block every day, every minute, every hour. And then my other mentor is more like, hey, like, let's think about the quality of the lifestyle you want to live. Like, you want to have freedom of time and money and, be happy and joyful in your life. And you can't do that if you're always working in the business and not working on the business and its growth. So, the biggest
Mm,
struggle for me was just like authenticity of who do I want to model myself after and how do I want to grow my business. And it's finding a blend, a balance, both that
yeah.
hustle culture and just finding that time to relax.
Hmm. Nice. You got a favorite show on Netflix or TV show you're watching nowadays?
Well, man, I mean, I could go off the rails like with
Yeah.
so many.
Yeah.
But one we really liked, it wasn't Netflix. Can I drop an Apple show or does it need to be
Yeah, you can drop an
Netflix?
Apple show. Yeah, we anything.
Oh my gosh, Severance is blowing my
Severance.
mind. Are you
Yeah.
watching it?
No, I'm not, but Dave Morrell watched it and told me.
Oh my God, it's
Yeah.
blowing my mind. All of the Easter eggs, and then you go down the TikTok or the Instagram reel rabbit holes. The content creators who are actually analyzing it, making
Yeah.
content based off it. Like that's absolutely incredible. Um, Also, the Presumed Innocent show. Have you heard of that on Apple with Jake
No.
Gyllenhaal?
Uh-uh.
That was absolutely incredible. It's like a murder mystery. It was based off of a book, and it was a movie back in the day, I think, with Harrison Ford. But Presumed Innocent, if you want a really good murder whodunit
Presume
psychological
Innocence.
thriller. Yeah,
Okay. We'll check it out. Cool. I know you're a fan of The Bachelor. What do you think of the season so far? How it's going? Do you have a favorite? What are
I
your
think.
thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, I love it. I watch it every season, just like you, like a religious
Yeah.
fan. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed Carolina went home. I would have loved to see her hometown and go to Puerto Rico, and I think that could have been a really interesting match. But I just think he wasn't about the drama. I think he finally had enough. What are
Yeah,
your
see,
thoughts?
um, I, I like Zoe, and then I
Yeah,
like Dee, the attorney from New York.
Dina. Yeah, she's from
Dina,
Chicago.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then
love.
Giuliani, I think it is. Giuliani's good. I think,
Yep. And then who's the fourth? The other one is Latia.
yeah.
She's
Oh,
she has the Mormon background, so that'll be
yeah.
interesting with her and
They,
Grant
I
how
think
that
he sent
plays out.
Priscilla home right soon. I thought she should have probably stayed, but he's got his favorites already.
Yeah, same. I loved her too. I know. I think the girls are great. It's always good drama, always good fun.
Yeah. So you have a winner that you think's gonna win, or
I mean, I'm kind of pulling for Dina, but I think he really likes Latia.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And hometowns are what, next week or 2 weeks?
Yeah, next week are hometowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Um, Let me ask you this: so you're in sports. What have you watched or something you portrayed or seen that you thought was very interesting to you? Since you're not a big sports person, but overall, what did you see
Hmm.
that you stuck out to you?
Speaking of Netflix, I did watch the Aaron Rodgers documentary on Netflix, and I think he got a lot of hate around the pandemic and around all that situation with his
Mhm.
comment on vaccines and all of that fun stuff.
Yeah,
That I loved it. It gave him a lot of love. It gave perspective and showed all about his ayahuasca journeys and kind of why he went down the rabbit holes he did and about his personal development beyond his professional development in football. And I thought that was a cool documentary to watch.
nice. Yeah, it was cool. I've seen some of it. I gotta watch more of it. I saw in the
Yeah.
beginning gets tattooed in the beginning, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta watch more of it. Yeah. What's something you did in the pandemic that you picked up that you still use today?
Hmm. Reading more. Like I
Really?
read so many books during the pandemic and
Yeah.
I'd always listen to a lot of audiobooks driving to and from showings as realtors, as you know, we're in our cars all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just picked up good old physical copies of books and I've been doing that ever since. It's like a good refresh for your brain, a good reset, helps regulate your nervous system to like calm down that busy monkey mind all the time. Instead of always reading nonfiction, I think reading fiction has been a really nice way to just like zen and chill out after a busy day's work.
Nice. Um, what's your dream car and your fan of the EV car? And what are you driving that you like that's out there?
Okay. Yeah. Like the car that's the ultimate goal is the Range Rover, 1,000%.
Yeah.
The Porsche Cayenne is a classic car, love
Yeah.
that. But like the Range Rover is the goal. We'll
Yeah.
do that next. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, what do you think of EV cars? Have you driven one, been in one? What do you think about them?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay. Their
Mm-mm.
experience. Yeah. Definitely experience to get it.
Okay, I'll have to add it to my list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um, what age would you want to go back to and live at if you could go back and live?
Mm, I think 5 years old.
Really?
You're just
Why?
totally, but so that was first grade for me.
Okay.
You're in that total curiosity of everything. You're learning everything. You're carefree. You're fun. You don't have to manage schedules. There were no cell phones. There was no social media. We were playing outside.
Yeah.
Like,
Remember
put
those
me
days?
back at 5 years old. Oh my God.
Okay.
The 90s was the best to grow up in.
Yeah. It was a lot of stuff we had.
Yeah, I know.
It was fun. Okay. You got a favorite field trip that you went on back in the day that you had fun at?
Oh my gosh, Six Flags Great America, the amusement park with the roller coasters. So much fun.
Which
We
one?
got
You
to,
guys, you have one in Chicago, right? Or
yeah, with Six Flags is what ours was called.
okay.
Yeah, it
Any
was
rides
super
that stick
fun.
out to you?
Raging Bull, huge drop, never went upside down, but didn't need the crazy thrill. It was just this insane drop and then just speed. Oh my gosh, speed. So fun. And the harness, there was no shoulder harness. It was just at your waist. So when you're
Wow.
going down that almost vertical drop, you have nothing holding you up here. So it was thrilling.
Wow. Okay, that's crazy. So what generation are you grew up in? I'm guessing millennial, right? Or
Yeah, elder millennial, yes.
elder millennial? Okay. And as far as what tech, you feel you're good with it. I mean today kids got iPads and iPhones like all day, every day. It's like different how we grew up. But what do you think about all that as far as that and stuff?
I mean, I feel like it has their attention span go way down. I feel
Mhm.
like they always need to be focused on something, and I think screens, can be they can have pros, they can have cons, but I think that in general, they're kind of just a distraction for kids. Like, get them outside, get them playing, get them watching what you're doing. But it's so hard, right? Like we're
Yeah.
busy, and it keeps them occupied. So I don't know.
Yeah. What's a movie you saw recently that you liked that was good?
Hmm. Man, we see so many movies. I think one of my favorites so far was. Have you heard of The Gorge on? I think it might. might be another Apple show, but it's worth Anna Taylor. What's her name? Anna Taylor-Joy?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh, man, yeah, you'll have to look into that. But it was a thriller, like post-apocalyptic, military meets love story meets zombies meets like think of like Walking Dead or The Last of Us meets this like high-tech military action movie. It was awesome. Yeah, The Gorge.
Okay. Check it out. See how it is. Are you a Apple or Android?
Apple, 100%.
Okay. That was easy. Want to share a tip of the week, business tip, success tip that you go by, or want to give us some?
Yeah, no task switching. That's the tip. If you're a busy person, you tend to go from this to this to this. Somebody texts you, then your inbox rings, then your dog needs to be fed in the background, and you find if you work from home, you're like, oh, I gotta go, just do the dishes. No task switching. The more you task switch, the more room for error and the less efficient you are. So I've really tried to like dial in. If I'm working on something, I'm in it for 20 minutes. I'm not checking my DMs. I'm not checking my texts.
Gotcha. Do you have like a 2-minute rule? I have a 2-minute rule. If I get something that I can do in 2 minutes, like, it's a DocuSign or something that's work related, I could do it. I'll knock it out and go back to what I was doing before. Do you do that or no?
I love that. Usually things like that, like I'll try to send to my admin and have my admin do it. But yeah, like if I need to do quick things like that, like I like that rule. Yeah.
Yeah.
But really I just try to time block and be efficient with no task switching.
Okay, who would you want to sit down and eat with, dead or alive, if you could pick somebody? Who would it be?
I think, all right, this is a little off the cuff, okay? Robert Monroe, who founded the Monroe Institute, which is all about exploring out-of-body experiences and high-level human consciousness and layers of consciousness. I think that would be awesome to talk to him.
Okay. I never heard that guy I never heard that one before, so that's a good one. So
yeah.
Put it out there. All right. Now, if you're stuck in an elevator, who do you want to be stuck in the elevator with?
Is this like an archetype of a person, or are you looking for like a specific name drop?
Anybody. You're in an elevator. Who do you want to be stuck there with?
I mean, is this lame? I want to be stuck with my husband. Like, he's funny. He's my best friend, and like, he's my husband.
Okay. You have a favorite sports team or player that comes to mind?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a die-hard Bears fan just because I'm from Chicago and, like, I'm not a fair-weathered fan. Like, just go Bears, Like, my dad had season tickets growing up, so Bears fan. But favorite player, don't ask me those questions, Steven. Next question.
Okay. Here we go. What advice would you give yourself at 12 years old?
It gets better. Not everybody has to like you, like the popular kids when you're 12 years old could be, the kids that are working for you 20, 30 years later, like it's just, you never know. And be compassionate towards everybody. Like everybody has a story. Everybody has reasons for the way that they are, and just try not to get attached to stories of good, bad, evil. Like just give people grace.
There you go. That's good. Good advice. Okay, you've been homeowner for quite a while. What do you love about the city you live in, and where is that?
Yeah, so born and raised in Chicago. I love it because it feels like urban, but then you go 20 minutes out into the suburbs and it's a totally suburban feel. So I love that you have the option of a suburban urban lifestyle. If you want to live in the suburbs, a quick drive to the city. If you're in the city and want to go, hang in the suburbs, you don't have to deal with parallel parking or paid for parking, and free valet in the suburbs at most restaurants. Mm-hmm. But my favorite part about Chicago is Lake Michigan. I mean, it's so big, people think it's an ocean. Right? Like you're on beaches. Yes, you can party on beaches, play like sand volleyball, the best. They have, like walk-up bars. So you're on the beach, looks like you're at the ocean, but then you look behind you and it's the city skyline, It's really cool. It's unique.
Yeah, that's cool. Good thoughts. If you weren't doing work at your current job, what would you be doing?
I would be a food designer. I would want to be that person who preps the fake food for the commercials and for the marketing and for the photography shoots. Yeah. Because, like, hamburger buns aren't real hamburger buns. They don't use real ice cream. Like, the lettuce isn't real. I would want to be the artist that creates all that fake food. I thought that'd be so fun.
Gotcha. Good answer. You got a favorite video game or board game that sticks out that you played growing up? No?
Yeah, I mean, video game. I was a Nintendo 64 girl, big time. So, I mean, everything from Banjo-Kazooie to Donkey Kong 64 to, Super Mario, you name it. Played them all. Love those, like, platformer games. Oh, yeah, GoldenEye. Mm-hmm. Yep. Wave Runner, that was my favorite racing game. I mean, beyond Mario Kart, classic. But, yeah, if we're taking N64 out of it, I will admit I really liked playing Uncharted and Skyrim back in, like, 2014, 2013, 2015 era. Okay. You ever play those games?
No, not those. But 64 I played, but never Skyrim.
Okay.
I heard about them, but never.
Yeah. So. I was like big into those. Yeah. And then one more game that was so fun, Dungeon Defenders. That was a tower defense game. That was super fun. Okay. And then board game, if I had to pick a favorite board game, I really like King of Tokyo. It's a dice rolling game. It's fun.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have a drink of choice?
Alcohol?
Yeah, alcohol drink.
Yeah, give me an extra dirty, like filthy martini. Blue cheese stuffed olives. Let's go.
Okay. Blue cheese stuffed olives? Wow, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You got a favorite emoji?
Yeah, the little like sparkles. The yellow sparkles.
Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's right by the stars and like the clouds and the planets.
Right.
Just like the little stars. Yeah, it's just like magic and fun and glitter and happy. Yeah, it looks like glitter.
All right. How about a guilty pleasure? Do you want to share one?
The Bachelor, but we already talked about that. So. Okay, let me name a real one. Guilty pleasure. Eating ice cream at 11 p.m. like 3 to 4 nights a week in the summer. Like, I just love ice cream on a good summer day. It's just so nice.
Yeah. Nice.
Guilty pleasure.
Nominate somebody you want to see on the show. That could be a good guest.
Have you interviewed... Well, we were just talking about her. Katie Day. Have you interviewed Katie yet?
No.
She's an amazing realtor in Texas. She's a team leader. She is an entrepreneur. She's brilliant. She has an MBA. She's hilarious, quick-witted. Yeah, she's fun. She'd be really good at this on the spot.
Okay. Yeah, I'll reach out to her, send me a contact, and I'll get her on here.
Okay.
So we can make it happen. And then how do we follow you? Be in touch with you, Katie. I know you got social media.
Yeah. I'm the app I hang out on most is Instagram. So just follow me on Instagram, Hat and Heels Realtor. 1 hat, 2 heels, hat and heels. And my website's just katenewey.com, Newey.
Nice. Okay. And for any questions you want to find me, you can reach out to me. I'm on everything, TikTok, you name everything, Instagram. From On the Spot, right here.